Hello.
There we
How
go.
are you?
I'm trying to breathe and calm down. It's just been run all morning. And I'm like, okay, I need to calm down because that's the whole thing, right? To calm myself. I have a brain to think.
Yeah. So take a deep breath. Just and bring yourself back to your body. Get present.
How are you today?
I'm fabulous. Thanks for asking. So,
I left my notebook out there. Let me just
okay.
use this one. I'll just use this one. And
are you sure? You're welcome to go grab it if you need to.
You know what? Maybe I will. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm good.
Okay. So just so you know how this works, this is really like, this is your time. So even though you fill out that form, like if something changes and you're like, you know what, like I put this is what I want to focus on, but it's changed, you always let me know.
Okay.
And I usually do ask, is that still what you want to focus on? But sometimes I do forget. So if there ever is a change or anything that you want to switch up, let me know for sure. So, but I do want to start with celebrations. I love starting with wins. So I love, like, honestly, like you're already to module 4. That's beautiful. Module 4 is the magic module.
Okay. I'm hoping.
Yes. Yes. It's going to change everything if you implement it. So it'll be beautiful. And I love that you took that direction to, hey, let's get through to module 4 as fast as possible. So that's a huge win. And I hope you celebrate that. Like, look at me. Really celebrate you, Brenda. That's awesome. So, and you've been doing meditation, which we talked about at the event, and that's beautiful. Do you have any other wins you want to share with me?
Well, they're not related to my business, but I finally got back from got information back on my dad's property. So and I've got an appointment with the attorney.
Oh, good.
And I finally got his appointment with the VA. So those are like, yes.
Yeah, those are fabulous wins.
They have literally taken my entire morning. So that's why I'm just like trying to, anyways.
Right. Yeah. Well, fabulous. Great job getting that all done. And
thank you.
And for sharing with me.
I wrote stuff down I'm trying to find. Sorry if I keep like going everywhere.
Oh, you're totally fine. No worries. I wanted
to share it with you. So that's why I'm trying to find it.
You're like, where'd it go?
My other things that I told you that I had like written down.
Right.
Like, and so now I'm like, well, where did I put what I wrote down?
Right. That's always the question. If you're like me, you have several different notebooks.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, the traveling notebooks. And so, I don't know where it is, but I wanted to ask where to start, but I can't. I don't know.
Okay. Well, so when you say you wanted to ask where to start, do you mean with your business? Or
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I feel like I've just, because of my dad and been caring for him for the last 5 months, and I finished teaching my last class that I had done right before my mom passed away. So that would have been January.
Right.
And so I haven't done anything other than clients since then. And so I feel a little bit frazzled as far as like, I want to do clients, but that is eating up my time, right? And it is getting some income, but I would like to get my classes where they're going more often. And so I can get those recorded and have them recorded similar to what your guys' program is, where that people could just join in monthly, and then I could just be doing like Q&A.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I would like to get to, but I know the recordings didn't turn out very good.
Okay.
And I had some mishaps on some of them. So, and that's okay, because it's part of the process of getting the program what I want it to be, because I've only taught it a couple of times.
Right.
So I wanted to get some help with maybe doing slides that look decent, maybe some feedback for the slides I have, and what you would think on that.
Okay.
So I'm just throwing things out because I'm not sure where I should start with everything, because I feel like I've just been so disconnected from it. And like this morning, as I was finishing up my meditation, I just was writing a few things down, and I'd like to do my class on Tuesday mornings, I think.
Okay.
But then there's always the thing, like today I just got thrown in, we need your dad to be at the hospital at Tuesday, and so I'm just like, oh. So it's hard for me to plan things when his stuff is so
here and there.
So I don't know. I could do a Friday class probably easier than any of the other days, but I don't know if her Friday class is going to be a successful time. What do you think about that?
I actually have that same thought. That was, as soon as you said Friday, I'm like, I'm not sure that as many people will be as interested, because lots of people will start their weekend on a Friday, or more seems to come up on a Friday than other days of the week, is what I've noticed. Even just with clients, like most clients don't want to schedule a call on Fridays because it's like, oh, I've got this going on and this going on, and then we're taking off for the weekend. So I do feel like you might bump into more of that. However, like, is this a live class or you're doing it online?
It's an online class. Okay. So there's a replay.
Okay.
Well, when I remember to push record. That's why I'm like, there's a few mishaps.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? And they're all learning experiences. I've done it too. Like we record these for you guys so you have them to look back on, but there's been a time or two, especially when I was new, that guess what I didn't do? I didn't hit the record button. That's okay. We just learn, okay. Like I, for a long time, put a sticky note on my computer. So if that's something you need to do to be like, oh yeah, hit record, put a sticky note on your computer so that you see that.
Yeah. And I had it set, part of the thing was I had it set so it automatically start in the recording process. But then I wanted to use music and I couldn't, I didn't have the agreement or whatever.
Oh,
so I was trying to pause it and then I would forget to start.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
So I need to figure out the music piece too. Like, how do you do music? How do you record, or can you even do that?
Do you know? I know we bump into that. Like Allison's had to take some stuff out of her presentations that she does online because of music. So I don't know the answer to that question, but I can find out. We've got people on the team that are a lot more technologically, what's the word, involved than I am. They have better experience. Because it's the rendering, like it's fine when it's live. It's like putting that, do you put yours on YouTube to get the replay, or how do you get yours?
I was, and that was the other thing. I don't know, is there a better way to do that? Is I know some people use Vimeo.
Right.
I don't know which one's the better way to do it. I did YouTube just because that's what somebody had told me, but.
Right. I was gonna say YouTube is how I do it. I've never done Vimeo, so I don't know the difference, but that's another question I can ask and get you an answer.
Okay, that'd be great.
And see what they say. I'm like, Vimeo might have less strict rules when it comes to music and stuff like that than YouTube does, but I don't know. So I will find out for you. I've got those both on my list.
Okay.
So I think the place to start is really like setting up, how many weeks is your course again? I can't remember.
I did it for 12.
Okay.
And then I would teach 2 weeks and then I would have a Q&A, and then I would teach 2 weeks, have a Q&A.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's the best way to do it. It like nobody seemed to show up when I did the Q&As that way.
Okay.
But that's somebody that was successful was doing that. So that's kind of what they suggested. So I would just teach and then give them tools and then have a Q&A that they could come back on. But I don't know how much of that was them and how much of that was me, as far as like I wasn't really good. I would send out a reminder that we had class, but I need to get that automated and figure out how to do that too, that those reminders can just come out. So I was having to create the email myself.
Right. Are you using, I don't know the term, but like, do you use MailChimp or anything like that yet?
Well, I have MailChimp, yes.
Okay. Can you schedule sends on MailChimp? I've never used MailChimp, so I'm not sure, but.
You can, I just don't know how it works.
Okay.
So that's part of my thing is I'm a little technological challenged. I've had to learn a lot and I've learned a lot, but there's still so much more. And I hired a virtual assistant, but then things weren't quite what I wanted. Like what I thought she was going to do wasn't quite what she did do. And
right.
Some of that wasn't quite right either. So there's just a lot of bugs to work out, right? Like I'm getting under, because I wasn't sure what I wanted her to do sometimes, because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
So she's like, let me know. And then I'm like, I don't know.
Right. Well, the great thing about this experience is it gives you clarity along the way, right? So you're going to gain a lot of clarity just by doing. So Allison, you'll hear her say this a lot, but her mantra is don't get good, get done.
Okay.
So you don't need to have it perfect before you start doing it. And you've done this class a few times. So that's fabulous because you already have, like, you may want to make tweaks and stuff, but you already have the content that you're teaching, right? So, and you've got MailChimp. So do you know what your email list looks like?
It's not huge.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just been basically past clients.
Okay.
And
so
I have it. I don't know what it's at because I haven't imported the last amount, you know?
Okay. What I would do is I would start with, when am I going to do my next class? Okay. Solidify that. And because there's replays, there's no reason to be like, we can't do Friday. If you're going to offer replays, you know, I mean, that's why Allison, you know, she just keeps her times the same she does. And if people can make it perfect, if they can't, she sends them a replay. They have access to it. And it works perfectly fine. And if they have questions, I'm sure they can email you, right? So you've got access that way. So I think if Friday is going to be your easiest day, pick Friday. And, you know, set up your 12 weeks, get it in your calendar, and start reaching out to those past clients. Say, hey, I'm back. And you can even type up the email and send it to me, and I can take it to the team, and the team can read over it and help make any tweaks to that copy to make it more powerful. Those kind of things. Like you're welcome to post most things in the group, in the Facebook group, but if it's promoting something, even though you wouldn't necessarily be promoting yourself, but it would be giving information about what you're doing, email those things to me. Don't put them in the group, and then I'll take them to the team, and the team will look at it and we'll make tweaks, and just say, hey, you know, Allison's really great at copy, and so is Megan that you met. And they'll just help shift it a little bit so that it's more powerful and really stands out to the reader. So I would get I'm back. This is when I'm doing my next class. I know you participated in the past. Would you be interested again? Or, something along those lines. Do you have phone numbers or anything like Facebook Facebook profiles, anything like that?
Most all my clients, I have phone numbers. I haven't necessarily friended them, although that's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I probably would.
Not been good at social media at all.
Right. I was going to say, and getting your online presence, getting that up and going again.
Okay. So my question with that, so I have my personal account and I have a business account.
Mm-hmm.
So am I wanting to friend them? I can't friend them from my business account, right? They have to look me up and like my page. Is that right? See, I don't even know how this works.
Gosh. Let me look at something really fast.
Okay.
I feel like, oh, why didn't it bring that up? I was trying to pull up Allison's, but it's not bringing up her page for me. Here we are. Let's see. Good question. I'm going to find out. I don't have a business Facebook page, so I will find that out too.
Okay.
Because that's where you want to build your presence, is on your business page, so that people are seeing, the business like things, and they're making a distinction between that. Okay, my personal page is for my personal life. My business page is for everything business associated, specials I'm running and those kind of things. Do you know the price point or anything like that you want to start with?
So I believe last time I did 127.
Okay.
And I want to raise that.
For the
that's
full 12 weeks?
That was for the full 12 weeks. And somebody told me that I shouldn't do it for less than 300 because everybody has $300 that they can invest in themselves. Mm-hmm. You would say that's the same?
Yeah.
I never heard that before. So
yeah.
Like a $299, because aren't you we supposed to just do it like at that?
Yes.
Or $97.
Yeah, one of those two is always good. I know Allison runs hers on the 97.
Okay.
So let me ask this. You're giving, are they 1 hour trainings? Are they 30-minute trainings? How?
They were an hour.
Okay. And how long's the Q&A that you were doing?
It was an hour as well.
So they're getting 4 hours a month. And then what else? Like, do they get email access to you, or just the question and email access?
Email access, yeah.
Okay. So what I would suggest is do a beta test at $297.
Okay.
But I would say something like, and I can get Allison's perspective too, since she is the businesswoman.
Okay.
But I would say something like, normally $497, offering for $297. Be a part of my beta test group at $297. Everybody loves a good deal. Gives you that opportunity to, get rolling again, get back into it, and get comfortable with teaching again. But I know that Allison's going to tell you to raise your prices. So
yeah,
I just know that. But we also don't want to raise them so quickly that it makes you uncomfortable, because people, like, as you're trying to enroll people in your program and pull them to you, if you're uncomfortable with the price, then people are going to fill that. So it's always awesome to say, hey, normally $497, now offering for $297 until, and give them a cutoff date. Like, do you know the date that you want to start this program again?
Let me look at the actual date. I was thinking.
Okay.
But maybe if I do it on Friday, it might change. I really wanted to do it on Tuesday just because I think that would get better people, but I wonder if I could start it on like the 14th, that would be awesome.
Okay, so June 14th.
Yeah. So that would give me 2 weeks to like launch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because this week I'm just not quite there yet. And so I think the 14th would be better.
Okay. Okay, you could do something like an early bird special of $297 or a beta test. But where you've already done the program, it's not really a beta test. So maybe do the early bird special, and we want to give a cutoff date. Let me look at, I'm opening my calendar so I can see. How do you feel about like the 9th? So a little less than a week before it starts.
Yeah, we could do that.
So, you know, in your email, say early bird special ends June 9th.
Okay.
And then after that, I would say take it to $497.
Okay.
And this brings me, you'll see in the Facebook group, I asked you a couple of questions about your goal card. Okay. Are you wanting that $10,000 to be from now until August, like a cumulative, I'm going to make $10,000, or is it $10,000 a month?
Oh, I want it to be 10. I want to by then be making $10,000.
Okay. And from your coaching, or is it from massage too? Like, what does that look like?
From everything.
Okay.
So.
And from everything right now, you said you were at about 3,000, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's baby step a little bit. That sound okay to you?
Yeah. And that's why I put that out there, because I figured that way I could, because I wasn't sure if I was doing like is this the 6-month goal for the whole thing, or is this like a 30-day goal, or what kind of goal am I setting?
Right. It could be whatever you want. So
okay.
what we can do is set a goal for 3 months out and say, like, say you want to double. So let's say 6,000 or 5,000. Like, what number comes at you? We don't want to go more than double, because that puts you into scarcity, and nothing will be created out of scarcity. So we want to keep it stretchy. So we really want your butt clenching, but we don't want you to tap into that panic, you know, that never going to happen. So what number feels good to you that's no more than 6,000, but it's more than 3,000?
So what I was thinking was I could do in June, if I could make 5,000, in July, I could make 7,000. And then by August, bump it up to 10,000.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's realistic. So maybe I should do it differently.
So have you ever made 5,000 before?
If I were to go with just like the normal stuff, no, I haven't. I have brought in that money, but I haven't made it in that month. So I have attorneys. I was doing a lot of accident stuff.
Okay.
For a while. And so I would make my normal stuff, and then I would get like they would finally settle, and I would finally get paid. And so that's those were the months where I actually was like, oh, I made $5,000 this month, but it was because I did work for,
right,
that time and finally got compensated for it. So
okay.
I don't know if that counts.
So this is what I want to do. And I know that like, this is going to sound a little bit disheartening.
No, I'm okay to break it down because I don't want to, I would rather be set up for success, yes. Right?
So let's use the number 5,000.
Okay.
Does that feel good to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let's set you a goal for 3 months out. So, well, June, July, August. So let's still set it for August. Okay. Because when we do money goals, we want to be consistent, right? We want to like make sure that we don't just hit it once, but we hit it 3 times in a row. So when you write 5,000 or more, so that you're opening the door for more to come in, but you're not jumping into scarcity because it's not coming in. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I would just change that $10,000 to $5,000 or more. Let me look at how it, and we need to put that it is on a monthly basis. So that your subconscious is aware that this isn't like it's not from now until August, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Let's see. So it'd read, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am easily sharing my message of hope and healing while being compensated $5,000 or more. You had a month in there, a month. I don't know why I forgot that a month was written in there.
Let me send a message really fast.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Somebody I've been trying to get a hold of. I'm like, oh no, I'll call them back.
Right.
But I don't want them to keep calling me either. So
right.
Okay. So you want me, sorry, I didn't hear exactly what you said, how I should word this.
Okay. So just keep it all the same. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm easily sharing my message of hope and healing while being compensated $5,000 or more a month.
Okay.
And set the date for the August 30th. Keep that date.
Okay. And so do you want me to repost that in the thing or
do
I just?
Yeah, repost it so Allison can see it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to send over in email. Email seems to be the best way to get a hold of you, right? Versus Facebook.
I do Messenger as well. So
okay.
It works. Yeah. Either way.
What the wealth consciousness, have you looked at the wealth consciousness jumpstart kit? That
no, I didn't. I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, okay.
Unless I've missed something, but
I'll check with Megan.
Okay.
Because if you didn't get it, neither did Cosette or Julie.
Okay.
And we want you to have that because you're going to have a money goal. Therefore, we're going to want to work on your wealth consciousness. So it's just really important. Like the input that you're putting in is going to be really important it's always really important, but it's extra important with your wealth consciousness. And then celebration and gratitude. Those are going to be huge. So come up with a fun, like, hey, like when you sign a client, to your program, come up with a fun way to celebrate and envision that in your mind when you're looking at your goal card. So that you're like, yes, I knew it. Or like having your husband give you a dip kiss or, whatever is fun for you. But come up with that fun way to celebrate. And every time you celebrate, like I said, in your mind, in your imagination, plus like when it happens, follow through with that way that you choose to celebrate, because celebration is the highest form of gratitude. And and gratitude is a huge piece of our wealth consciousness. So that wealth consciousness jumpstart kit will give you the pieces to start with to start growing your wealth consciousness. And the great thing is it's going to give you the book, The Science of Getting Rich, which is what we read anyway. That comes in like module 7. But Allison has recorded it audibly. So you can listen to it while you're driving. So you don't have to read it physically. You can listen to it while you're driving. And I would encourage like just basically having that book on repeat, especially these first 30 days, to just really get that wealth consciousness growing. Because if you remember, Allison says your money can only grow to the extent that you do. And this is a beautiful piece that really helps money grow. So I will follow up with Megan, find out about that, and we will get that emailed out to you within 24 hours.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
Do you have any other, I know with time being up, there's probably still a lot of questions you have. Feel free to message me or email me. But is there any other questions I can answer right now that would be quick?
I don't think so. So as long as I hope I don't drive you crazy, but I have opportunity to like ask you questions back and forth through email all day long, every day, right?
Yes.
I mean, probably won't happen that way because Wednesday, Thursday, I'm always in the massage room, but
I want you to. I honestly, truthfully do. I want you reaching out. I want you getting, like, I'm obsessed with you getting results. Like, I want this goal for you, and I want to see you go boom. And some of them where they're business related questions, I always take my business related questions to Allison because that's her genius. It's not my genius. So sometimes the business related questions take me a little extra time to get back to you because I have to go to Allison first, make sure the advice I'm giving you is sound, and then I bring it back to you. So those ones take a little longer. But if you're having questions about modules or the wealth consciousness or anything like that, I'll be the same day usually. Unless if it's an evening question, I usually get back the next day. So, but yes, please, please, please use me. Like, I beg my clients, please lean in. So.
Okay, well, this is probably what I've really needed. I want some, I'm gaining confidence, but I know in my past, like, I wasn't allowed to make a lot of decisions. And so I tend to like do nothing instead of make a decision. But if I had somebody to say, yes, I like that, or I hate it, or I don't know, just, okay, good for you. But then I keep going, right? I know that sounds so silly, but yeah, I'm working through that.
Yes. And you know what? Like, the confidence will come. The confidence will come as you keep doing it. Like, it's always uncomfortable till it's comfortable. Like, that's just it. You'll just practice and get better and better and better. So it'll be perfect.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm just trying to get my email. It's very slow. I was just going to see if I have that in here before you go.
I would can you search new member wealth consciousness kit?
Well, I want another tool to increase your prosperity, and that one just came. So let me see.
I think that's the energetic connections email.
Yeah, it is. So. I don't see anything else that I haven't.
Okay. I'll just check with
information.
Right. I'll just check with Megan.
Okay.
And we'll resend it to you, and I'll check with the other ladies and make sure that they have it. Or, like I said, my guess is if you didn't get it, neither did they.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So hopefully I'm sending you on a wild goose chase.
Hey, no worries. We can resend it easily too. So it's not a big deal. So
thank you so much.
Awesome. Yeah. So it was good to visit, and
yes.
we'll talk soon.
Okay. Sounds great.
Thanks, Brenda.
All right. Bye.